I'd like to begin this month's movie review with a public service announcement. Do not fight, do not cheat, wash your hands before you eat. A message from God. March's movie of the month was VeggieTales Jonah. This movie was selected by Michael Cherney, the Bachelor of the Fantasy League. In honor of his impending nuptials, I watched this movie full blast, full brightness in the middle seat en route to his bachelor party at Zion. The looks I got from the people around me, as well as the flight attendants, well worth the price of admission. VeggieTales Jonah opens with a group of little vegetables headed to the Twippo concert. Twippo is the Taylor Swift equivalent of the vegetables. So they're driving along. Lisa is in the back, bragging about how she has backstage passes, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a porcupine appears. Papa Vegetable slams on the brakes, but because he has the other guy's brakes, he runs into the porcupine, flattens two tires, and flies off the road off a cliff. And the kids are in the back like, oh my God, I can't feel my legs. All this because Papa Broccoli wanted to save a few pennies on his brake pads. Shout out Chris Farley. Rest in peace. As they emerge from the wreckage, the group makes their way to the local seafood joint. At said seafood joint, Junior is being mean to Lisa, who lost her ticket during the wreck. This grabs the attention of the pirates who don't do anything, leading them to teach Junior about two special items on the menu that day: mercy and compassion, through the adventures of Jonah. Let me introduce you to Jonah. So Jonah is the most famous prophet in the land. The Lord asked Jonah to deliver a message to Nineveh, a place where the veggies are rude and they slap each other in the face with fishes. Jonah, in an act of defiance, instead gets on a boat to far, far away from Nineveh. Boom, 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 boom. This upsets the Lord, who sends a massive storm that sinks the ship, and the ship gets swallowed up by a whale. While inside the whale for 3 days, Jonah learns that our God has mercy, our God has love, our God is the God of second chances. Because of this, Jonah is spit out in Nineveh, where he ends up delivering the message that the Lord intended for him to send. This causes the Ninevians to become better people. The end. Just kidding. Jonah thinks God will now destroy Nineveh, but because God has mercy and compassion, he does not. And so, like every other Bible thumper, Jonah never learns his lesson, remains a judgmental piece of shit, and dies in the desert alone and afraid. Wah, wah, wah. More succinctly, Jonah was a prophet, dun, dun, but he truly never got it, dun, dun. Luckily, Junior does learn his lesson, and he shows mercy and compassion towards Lisa by giving up his ticket to the Twippo show. But because no kids movie is complete without a happy ending, and not the type of happy ending that Simpson wishes he could get, Twippo appears at the restaurant and gives everyone backstage passes to her concert. They all ride off into the sunset in her tour bus, happily ever after. Now, the end. On to the review. In today's day and age where kindness and caring do not exist, it is important to remind ourselves of the little lessons that make a big difference. VeggieTales Jonah does just that. The visual effects are stunning. The animations, crisp. The musical scenes, spectacular. After boobs and toothy vaginas, this was a very, very nice reset. However, the film is over the top with its pro-Christian propaganda. So in summary, if you are the owner of a Trump Bible, like Kale, if you live in the Bible Belt, also like Kale, or if you attended Catholic school as a child, this movie is well worth your time. Anyone else? Probably not. I would instead recommend that you go watch Lord of the G-Strings and find moral redemption in boobs. For those reasons, I give VeggieTales Jonah a 6.1 out of 10. Until next month, happy belated Easter, motherfuckers.